Hi everybody. So I watched the live play Everybody, and three words I would use to sum my reaction would be creative, gloomy, and entertaining. The name of the creator is Brandon Jacobs Jenkins. The genre of the playwright I would say is drama / tragedy. Since they used the concept of death throughout to provoke thought and in the audience, and there's also a sort of tragic ending. The protagonist of the play was everybody. I would say the climax was when everybody was talking to Love, begging him, not to leave, and then in response, Love made him run around with no clothes on, repeating that he has no control over his body. The language of the play was, I would say, conversational and informal, since throughout the play there was cursing, and I believe the conversational side of it was effective because it allowed the audience to understand everybody's relationship with each of the values of life. An example is everybody's dialogue with himself, and the conversation he had with himself, and when he was questioning whether or not he was ready to accept death or not. The director of the play is Elizabeth Moser. The type of stage that we used was Zoom, and I do believe the director was able to get them to work as an ensemble and to work together. The actors were responding to one another, and they were in conversation when doing that, and they seemed very coordinated with each other. In terms of the diversity of the cast, I believe it was very diverse. I think there was 2 African Americans, 3 Asians, 2 mixed actors, and a few other white characters, and each of them played and fit their role perfectly. One actor that I would say I probably appreciate their work the most would be Everybody, and that was played by Patrick St. Ange. I think he portrayed a sense of like a helpless and desperate character very well throughout his body language and his tone in his voice. One moment that stands out to me would probably be that climax when everybody was talking to Love, and Love made him run around in circles, repeating that he has no control over his body. And when I was watching the scene, his facial expressions and body gestures with his hands and his arms being at his side, and then his sense of just helplessness, it helped depict the character's desperation. One designer is Tim Thistleton. He was responsible for the lights, and throughout the play, the background was usually set as like dark and gloomy, which set the mood for the tone of the play. And one specific design choice that stood out was the scene where Death was kind of flipping on the other characters, and Tim used red lights on Death's face. And the red light to me symbolized, his sense of frustration, and provided like a satanic figure when Death is getting asked all these questions and he's all frustrated. And I believe that Tim chose the red lights to do that, and he was very successful in doing so, because when I was watching, that is what I saw and understood. And I do think the playmakers did a great job keeping everybody together, especially for the fact that they're on Zoom, which it's not easy, and they were still able to withhold conversation and be coordinated with one another, in and out of scenes. The transitions were done very well. The music helped set the tone and the setting, and the lights, as we spoke about. I think the playmakers, they wanted you to reflect on your own values in your own life, and through everybody, you were able to see and maybe appreciate for yourself, each of these factors in your life. One thing the play made me think about deeper was the thought that death is inevitable, and that not everybody can come to terms with that thought, and many people, including myself, haven't, and just to appreciate really the time that we have on this earth and your friends and the love that you're given. I thought the play was very good, and thank you.